Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Yesterday was the first ESL Meisterschaft match with the new update, which means tons of cool attacks were shown and obviously everyone was trying the new stuff out. So in today's video we want to show what armies got used in our match and what armies worked really well and what you guys should use as well. So I will show you guys a couple of the highlight clips. I won't show you the entire war this time because we want to concentrate mainly on the new strategies. The first thing is going to be the new super witches. They are a really strong force to be reckoning with. Like, they're crazy strong. And one thing, if you want to compare it to already an existing army, which was the Yeti Smash. The main difference in between of those two armies is going to be how they work kind of getting into the base, which means the range of the super witches is most of the time a nice thing to have because they can reach further over the walls, but at the same time you need to funnel better because they're getting distracted way easier than, for example, Yetis. So that's the main difference. The next one is obviously, for example, the clan cast which you're facing. If you're facing like an enemy team which is liking to run like a Lava Hound in the defending CC, Lava Hounds are actually pretty useless against this army, because one of the main things is those super witches can attack air. So you normally do not need a poison. One thing which I think on this attack the attacker didn't do perfectly, because you do not need normally a poison. The reason for that is kind of simple, because well, those witches attack air anyway. So those air troops, for example lava pups, etc., are getting killed in seconds anyway. The best defense against this army is most of the time ice golems, because they're like distracting the troops the longest and giving the biggest value for that. On a Yeti Smash attack, for example, normally Lava Hound is better because the queen is stuck on this Lava Hound forever. But on this army, the witches are helping the queen, which means they're melting through the ice, through the Lava Hound kind of quickly. So that's kind of the main difference. On this attack, he has decided to go with bats on the back end. One thing which I really like, because normally those witches do not need too many spells to actually be useful. So we can see on this one how the bats are getting into the back end over the single inferno towers, and because they're only single inferno towers, those bats get through that kind of quickly. So Queen meanwhile is doing some random things, trying to go for the enemy royal champion. Now finally she's going for the air sweeper and for the enemy queen. But the problem is, with the queen and the warden being distracted for too long, the warden still, you guys can see this at the bottom, I don't know why. And the jump set was planned a little bit differently as well. The siege barrack was designed to go into the town compartment, and then there could have been a way better jump placement for the back end. So we kind of had to react. But still, there are 40 seconds left. The queen ability is still untouched, and now the queen is getting closer to the enemy inferno tower. Obviously, she has to choose the only max wall in this war segment, which is kind of how the queen normally works. And well, that's something which isn't the best at this point. Now there are skeletons coming up. First ground skeletons, which are encountering the enemy queen, or like his own queen, which is causing this attack to be a huge time intense attack in the end. And you can see it, a couple of more seconds are to go. This won't be a triple because this is going to be a 98%, but still really cool attack strategy. So if you want to try it out, make sure you have enough cleanup troops on the back end. But power wise, this attack is a really crazy beast. And yeah, try it on your own if you want to. But super witches are for sure crazy strong. You can use it with or without bats. That's totally on you and how the enemy base is looking like. So I think what we should do next is let's take a look at the next attack. And the next attack is actually by Inquisition. Our opponent, we want to show a couple of attacks of them as well. And that was the attack which I highlighted already in the thumbnail. And just take a look at the zap value on this base. And this is kind of how new bases have to adapt, with like trying to like make sure that those zap spells are not getting too much value. But on this base, he's taking down 2 sweepers, he's taking down 2 scatter shots, and he's taking down the eagle, all with the zaps and the earthquake. That's some nice value, to be honest. So let's get into the next phase for him, which is going to be the Edrag kind of on the right side. He's not investing a clone spell like a normal like Electron, where you have like a clone spell and a rage, because he simply has not the spell capacity anymore to make sure that he's getting through that. Now the only bad thing, because he had an Electro Dragon in there, he should have only brought Loons and the air defense would have been down. But now he tries to react. Now he tries to surf at the top side with his King and Queen. The King is going into the wrong direction. Now he has to send in his Royal Champion to go for the air defense. This is causing the Clan Castle to get lured, and everything from this point on is going downhill because he kinda missed follow up on the zap. I think the zap value was insane, but maybe he can still come back from this, bad follow up, let's put it like this, because he has lured out all of the ice golems. Now those ice golems are being super annoying because Town Hall is activated. He can't use the warden ability just yet because of the Town Hall explosion. Now he's using it. Queen is down on the outside as well. There's still tons of defenses left. And the original plan, I think, was to have the Ice Golem and the Royal Champion with the Headhunter at the 6 o'clock side. Kings on the outside that far are not that good anymore because you can easily take them out with like basically any tank and Headhunter. It's crazy how much damage those Headhunters are doing to heroes. So yeah, that's not working pretty good. Now you can see the troops are spreading and most of the dragons are really having low hit points. Now he's trying to come into the back end with a couple of more loons, trying to snipe those Tesla. And now the dragons are slowly but surely making it into the way of the last air defense. But since there are storages in front of everything, it's kind of rough to get into. So I think if he would have just deployed the dragons a little bit better, would have made sure that the king is actually going into the right direction, because the king was a huge issue later on with the CC as well. I think if he would have done those things better, this would have been a huge overkill, especially with this zap value. The idea and the plan was crazy nice. So yeah guys, Drag Zaps is really strong army, kind of like the Super Witches, and something which you might want to consider on your own attacks. You don't need to always bring that many zaps. Like sometimes 5, for example, in my video yesterday, is enough as well. But sometimes you just want to bring 7 zaps, like I'm doing on this attack as well. And yeah, I want to zap the core, but I guess all of you guys know this freaking zoom bug existed. And well, this zoom bug caused my earthquake to drop onto the town hall. That's kind of unfortunate, to be honest. So I wanted to drop the earthquake onto the core. Instead, it drops onto the town hall, which is doing 2 things. First off, well, the eagle is not going down. Second of all, the town hall is getting activated, which is causing the town hall dealing tons of damage as soon as I'm getting with the dragons into the town hall. And this is not looking good for me. Everything is not working as planned at this point. So let's just like keep go and try to save this attack, I guess. The next thing what I'm going to do is I just place 1 dragon on the right o'clock side, on the 3 o'clock side, because I want to get like the funnel done over there. Another dragon to make sure that like my other dragons are getting pushed inside. And now the rest of the dragons in there with the loons as tanks, and so far so good. Now I have to do like a decision. I have a really early town hall which is melting all of my troops. So I have to like kind of think about, do I use the warden ability early or do I wait for the town hall? And I decided, okay, let's just get rid of those, get rid of the warden ability and make sure my dragons are staying alive. Now I place the heroes at the bottom side, and this plan, I think finally you can see what exactly was the plan on this base, because now it finally looks again like the attack which I wanted the attack to be, with the only difference that I already lost so many dragons to things which should have either not been activated or which have been already dead. But still, my heroes are going strong through the outside. I still have 1 super wall breaker, because that was kind of the plan, to wall break my hero and queen, my king and queen later on into the multi-inferno tower to make sure that I can reach the expo over there. And actually the skeleton is going down, the queen is still going, archer tower is getting tanked, baby dragon onto the Tesla over there. And even though I failed so much with this earthquake, this attack is still getting close. Like, consider how much damage, in a bad way, this earthquake caused to my attack. And still, I'm getting over 90% with this attack strategy. This is freaking nuts. So like I said, this zapping the core with the dragons is really, really strong. So if you have any of those options in your own wars, try it on your own. This attack, even though I failed most of the beginning with the earthquake, was still a 97% attack. I still hope that it's not going to happen in my attacks at the weekend for the qualifier. I was a little bit upset after the attack, but still, I mean, saving this attack on a 97 isn't too bad, I think. So yeah, 97% 2-star for me on this one. So let's get some successful attacks in. And now it's time for EveJack showing us how it's done. And to be honest, he's not using too many of the new things. Maybe the best thing on how you guys can use the new tubes, just don't use it maybe. Now let's talk about this attack strategy and why exactly he's bringing Yetis instead of, for example, the new Super Witches, because we saw it in the beginning, at least Warzone was close to a triple. Power-wise, it might have been a triple, but time-wise, sadly not. Let's talk about this in this attack. First off, he wants to funnel this side, and with this dead zone next to the Town Hall, he's getting a way deeper funnel than it actually looks like. Like all of this marked area right now is funnel, like no troops can walk this way. Now there are 2 jump spell locations which look really nice for him, and if he's getting everything in there, then this attack is looking really good. Now the only bad thing is that he can't reach the Town Hall with his queen, for example. So what he's doing over here, he's sending in an anti-giant bomb blimp. What exactly is that doing? An anti-giant bomb blimp is bringing enough barbarians to make sure that any traps, small bombs, giant bombs, all of the traps, which might be in front of the Town Hall, will be triggered early, and this means the goblins inside of the blimp can take down the Town Hall and you won't need a rage spell no matter what. So that's something which is really nice, because then you can save those important spells for the later part. And the reason why he brought Yetis instead of the Super Witches is because this space is really compact. And bounces, for example, of the boulders are really working well on this one. And this is why he's not bringing the witches. Witches are better if the troops or the defense are a little bit more spread out. So this is the reason for that. Now I guess we can just like already jump through the rest of this attack, because, well, he's having still the Royal Champion. He's still having one more free spell. The Warden is following. The Queen is doing the cleanup work over there. She still has the Queen ability, which is just popping to get like time wise, no problem, and then he's just like cleaning things up, and this is going to be a nice triple EveJack. So yeah, this was our first match in the ESL Meisterschaft as Tribe after the update. We had a rough time wise, and well, my attack was kind of fortunate as well, I guess, but in the end we came out on top, even though it was close, 11-10. Not the best war, but I mean, let's hope it's going to be better at the weekend. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and let me guys know what is your favorite army after the update so far. Let me guys know down below in the comments. I will see you guys back tomorrow. Until then, see ya and bye bye.